This week's Torah portion opens with a very interesting commandment, one which is referenced in the title of our parsha. God commands Moses, "Speak to the children of Israel and tell them, 'You shall be holy, for I am holy.'" Beyond one's observance of the 248 positive commandments and the abstention of the 365 negative prohibitions, many of which are actually articulated in the parsha, God requests of us that we should be holy. What does that mean, to be holy? What kind of holy behavior does God ask of us that is not already covered by the Torah's commandments? The 613 mitzvot encompass a broad range of every conceivable circumstance, from home life, our business ethics, community obligations, and more. Does the observance of that code not already represent a sacred lifestyle? Why the additional commandment to be holy? Let's try to understand the word holy. Let's see if we can identify the exact definition of something that is sacred. Take, for example, a Torah scroll. We look at the Torah in the synagogue and we immediately identify it as holy and sacred. But why? What is it that makes that scroll of parchment different than an ordinary nondescript piece of animal skin? What makes the Torah different? Let's look at Shabbat, the Sabbath. It's called the holy day of the week. Why? What is it about Shabbat that makes it more of a holy day than, say, Tuesday? There is a tiny strip of land in the Middle East called Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel. The entire world, people of all faiths, all call it the Holy Land. Why? What makes that piece of territory more holy than, say, Pittsburgh, which is really a nice place? Kabbalah gives us an answer. It's fundamental to Jewish belief that God not only created the entire world in 6 days, but also recreates the entire universe at every moment. God continuously sustains the world, bringing it into existence. Yet, just as man's soul is concealed within his body, God concealed his presence within creation. The divine spark that nourishes and sustains all physical matter is concealed behind an opaque veil of mundane materialism. Hasidism teaches us that the more transparent something is to its divine source, the more we allow a glimmer of that godly spark to shine through the thick veil or shell that conceals it, the more holy and sacred that becomes. A Torah scroll is holy because it is not simply ink on parchment, but rather an expression of God's word. It is a timeless capsule that contains God's wisdom and will as it's expressed to mankind. Shabbat is holy because each week on that day, we disengage from the material and recognize how God is truly the master and creator who brings the entire universe into existence. God's signature, so to speak, is visible in creation. The land of Israel is truly a holy land because it is there that God's presence is most manifest. God's watchful eyes are always upon the land, and its hills and valleys, even its dust and stones, have been the stage for great prophecies and miracles over the ages. In our parsha this week, God commands us to be holy beyond our observance of the Torah's laws. God asks that even in our daily mundane life, even in the way we eat and sleep, even in our recreational activities, we should allow His presence to shine through. Instead of merely enjoying the pleasures of life as an end to itself, one can gluttonously devour a perfectly kosher steak. We eat healthy and delicious food to fuel up, to give ourselves the energy and vigor needed to serve the Almighty. Even our vacation travel is more than just sightseeing. It is meant to reinvigorate and re-energize us, so that on our return home, we are fully recharged, ready and able to live a moral, ethical, and yes, a holy life. I am Rabbi Benny Rappaport, and thank you for joining us.